How do you cope with being treated like you are crazy for following COVID safety guidelines, when others around you aren't doing the same?
I wear a hat in winter to keep my head warm. I treat a mask the same way. I don't care what other people think, and I have become so used to having a mask with me I feel uncomfortable without one.
Honestly, I'm excited for the masks in winter. Now my face won't freeze, and it keeps me, and everyone else safe. Win-win.
Yep. I hated them in summer, but now I think it's kind of nice to have a little face warmer. Plus I end up blowing warm air into my eyes, which relieves winter dryness.
Tries to read comment but can't see through the fog damn glasses.
Can I give you an awesome tip as a glasses wearer? Snowmobiling, dirt biking, skiing, combat deployments, etc. with glasses, especially with full face protection which fogs up your glasses even quicker/worse, is a bitch, until you learn how to treat your glasses. Murphy's oil soap, the thick shit in the bottle you add to a bucket of water, not the spray crap. A little dab on your finger, rub your finger and thumb together, then rub it all over your lenses. Don't rinse them under water, just wipe them completely clean afterwards with a microfiber cloth. You literally will not get fogged up glasses for hours and hours. If you can't get your grubby little fingers on some Murphy's oil soap, just use dish soap. Does not work as well, but it works, and do exactly the same thing. Small bit on finger, rub it all over both sides of the lenses, then wipe it off, dry, completely, so you don't see it at all, and you're mint. I'm a COVID ICU nurse. I find it funny when people say something like this. Then when I inform them of where I work, I suddenly have at least 6 feet all around me and people are staring at me in shock or horror. But, you do what you can to keep yourself and your family safe. Don't worry about the others. If they don't pay your bills or snuggle up to you at night, why does their opinion matter anyway?
Very true. I hope you're being treated well at work. Edit, wow awards, thank you kind strangers.
As well as can be during stuff like this. My unit has great teamwork and our administration is reasonable, so on that front it's good. Thank you.
I walked out of work. As the hour manager, I had no choice. I was just so frustrated that my boss wasn't taking it seriously. This happened in April when we, South Africa, went into lockdown. He wouldn't provide masks, gloves, barriers, etc. for the factory. Then insisted all the office workers stay. So I walked out. I carried on working from home and completed all my tasks. Got disciplinary action, but he couldn't fire me. Months later things have finally changed. But I found another job. If that's how he treats staff's lives, he'll do it again. Tomorrow is my last day. So, protect yourself and your family first. And ignore the idiots. This pandemic is real.
It's like driving a car, and the other drivers aren't being safe. You keep your distance, try to stay positive, and try to understand that everyone has different levels of risk tolerance, understanding of the rules, etc., and that the best you can do is keep yourself safe and not contribute to the problem. Getting upset, or wanting to personally intervene to police other people's behavior is perfectly understandable, but it probably won't help. It might even make things worse.
So, practice defensive living.
I really like this term.
Honestly, a really great response.
I've done Thanksgiving for years. This year, it's my husband, me and my elderly mother minus the 8 to 10 more we usually have. Somehow, I'm the overreacting asshole for keeping my mother safe. Hoping it will make them appreciate once we can go back to me cooking like a crazy person, but I'm not holding my breath.
My mom has been apologizing profusely because she's too scared to spend my son's first Thanksgiving with him. I don't know how many more ways I can tell her she shouldn't be sorry for wanting to keep him safe.
Tell her he's a baby. He won't remember this Thanksgiving anyway. But he will remember all the future ones he's going to get to have with her because everyone stayed safe and healthy this year.
I will tell her exactly this. Thank you, Sparkling Heart. Edit. You guys asked for an update. I finally got a hold of her. She's staying at my sister's to watch her cat while they're out of town for the holidays. They own property in the woods. The only other living creatures they will see besides wildlife are the free-range cows from the ranch down the way. And they're in a dead zone, so she has problems getting connected enough for a call sometimes. I told her many of the things you guys had suggested, and mostly there was lots of crying. She thought I was mad at her. She's got a lot of anxiety and inner demons, so I was sending her silly videos and photos of my son all weekend. She loved them and just wanted to say over and over how much she missed us. We had a video chat and she got to play with my son for a little bit before bedtime. There's an Amazon Echo Show sale going on right now. We're going to try to scrape together enough to get one for my son and one for her so they can see each other easily more often. Thank you all for your kind words and advice. I'm sorry to everyone who is missing family and friends this holiday season because we're all doing the right thing. It makes it even harder watching others break the rules and live the normal lives we miss so much. I fear for the next 2 weeks as the effects of these super spreader Thanksgiving gatherings begins to unfold. I'm so exhausted of living in survival mode and I know I'm not alone. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be over anytime soon.
And tell her thank you if you haven't yet. It's much more effective than it's okay in making somebody feel their choice is the right one.
Mostly quesadillas.
You're onto something here.
LPT, add cheese and small extras, chicken, beef, whatever's lying around, crimp the edges of the tortilla, and stick in a toaster on 2. You keep your crimps tight, and you have 2-minute quesadillas for days. Edit, to those with me, I welcome you. To those against me. Op talked about how we cope with COVID safety idiots, not household safety idiots. I am the latter.
Nah man, butter the tortillas and pan fry. I'd burn my damn house down using a toaster. Lol.
This 100x.
Keep on doing it. If anyone asks, just respond with listen, I don't tell you how to protect you and your family, don't start telling me how to protect mine. Most of the COVIDiots I run into are against it because they don't like being told how to live their lives, so use that mindset against them.
I like this one.
Listen. If I send you pictures of my cats, is that actually what you want?
Just keep doing your thing and keep yourself safe. The others will have to find out the hard way if they get it. This should have never been politicized in the first place.
It's really crazy. I went into a gas station yesterday and the owner kept making jokes about my mask and saying, "Oh, you aren't going to rob me, are you?" Then started talking about how masks don't work and it's somehow a Biden-related conspiracy.
A couple of guys broke into some houses near me recently. They were wearing masks, pulled down around their chins. Edit. I misremembered, and only one of the 2 robbers was wearing a mask, but here he is https://imager.com/a/qers.
This triple infuriates me. 1. COVID 2. Burglary in general free. The stupidity of not knowing that face masks is a disguise.
Man, if we wear masks and their people are going to think we voted for Biden.
I just happily agree. Yep, I'm paranoid. Yep, we are all crazy. No, we still won't get together with you because I'm so paranoid and crazy. And yes, I still wear a mask every time I go outside because I'm so paranoid and crazy. The top priority in a pandemic is to survive it without getting sick. Period. Full stop. End of story. Let everyone else think what they think. Just do what you need to do to keep yourself safe.
My dad was tested positive for COVID and got admitted in the hospital, but my mum still doesn't believe in COVID. Mind you, she's well educated and privileged enough to not do that. Anyway, after 2 weeks, Dad's doing much better now. I always keep a picture of my mum in my wallet. Whenever I face difficulties in life, I take out my wallet and stare at her picture. And lately, it comforts me knowing that, if my dad can survive COVID, and I can survive being a daughter of a staunch conspiracy theorist, I can survive almost anything.
I'm very sorry about whatever the fuck her problem is.
This comment should be on a sympathy card.
Or worked out in cross-stitch.
I embraced a long time ago that everyone else thinks I make no sense.
Exactly. Recently I wasn't traveling in a bus, and a man sitting beside me wasn't wearing a mask. And when I told him to wear it, he just points toward other people in the bus who aren't wearing a mask. I just told him I ain't gonna tell everyone, you are sitting beside me so I am telling you to wear it. He then puts on mask. Guess what? A man in my next to left seat also puts it on. Edit. Many people are doubting this happened and I don't know. Go ahead. I don't want to prove this to everyone. Why telling people to wear a mask is being doubtable?
Man, I literally just had this conversation with my own father. Literally won't listen to logic. Problem is I live with him, so it's hard to keep distance.